has been called the most remarkable talk show host on TV ever.
Please welcome the King, Larry King.
Larry, you're being inappropriate. I'm not going to talk about...
I'm asking a question.
I'm not...
Today's officially Larry King Day.
The camera's a mistress.
You are the King of Kings.
With us on the phone now is O.J. Simpson.
Camera crews have followed you around.
People say, there's Larry King, there's Larry King.
It's the #1 show on television, Larry.
Do you know
who I am?
What? Don't take it so bad.
I've gotten confronted sometimes.
As I woke up in the intensive care unit, my heart, my lungs, everything was done to me.
I don't want to die. If I had a wish, one wish, live forever.
It was one of the toughest moments of my life.
He started crying. He looked at me and he said, you can't leave. You can't leave me.
Did you think you were going to die?
Oh, I wanted to die. Not think it. I wanted to.
Larry's life was changed forever the moment he lost his father.
I heard my mother screaming, crying. And this cop came walking down the stairs. His eyes were red. He picked me up, took me to a squad car. And he broke the news to me. When he died, I was only 9.5. And it was very hard to take for me because suddenly I was the head of the family. That was too much. And I got angry at him for leaving. I took his death as leaving. I didn't go to his funeral.
But there was one thing that helped save Larry from total despair.
My passion for broadcasting started very early. I remember being 5, 6 years old, imitating announcers. I don't know what would have happened to me if I didn't have the ability to communicate well. Passion saved me and broadcasting saved me.
It didn't take long for Larry to become a success, but his fear of death was always following him.
I'm very aware of my mortality, and I'm too curious about things to want to go. When you have that kind of curiosity, you don't want to go. Death, it's so damn final.
Desperate to live his life to the fullest, Larry poured himself into his work.
The camera's a mistress, and nobody can compete with that.
So your wife or your love is an intruder.
Is an aside. You know, I used to say, if I came home and had 2 messages, your wife called urgent, CNN called urgent, I'd call CNN.
No contest.
No contest. We are broadcasters first, and everything else is second. Family values is sixth.
Why do you do this? Why do you work so hard?
Let me think about that.
But when Larry became a father late in life, memories of his own father came back to haunt him.
Probably 8. We're having dinner one night, and my father's eating his soup, and he casually says to me, how was Hebrew school today? And I said, fine. He went whack. He had found out from a friend that I didn't go to Hebrew school that day. And I flew across the room. I hit the side of the wall. And he kept on eating his soup. He just said, never lie. Never lie. I am not that kind of father. My idea of father was to love. I didn't say my father didn't love me. It was just we came from different sources. I never hit a child.
Larry realized he had to do better than his father. And the first step was being there for his sons.
What a father should be is there. I'm a there father, not an away father. I'm driven. I was ambitious, driven, all dealing with broadcasting. And that camera goes on, it says on the air. Just still a little jumped in me.
And though Larry thought he was unstoppable, he was about to face his ultimate fear.
I woke up in the intensive care unit.
Legendary talk show host Larry King opens up about wishing his life was over after a near-fatal stroke left him in a coma and unable to walk.
Gotta figure out a way. I want to leave the earth.
As Larry was finally staring death in the eye, his sons Chance and Cannon were there by his side.
The first thing that my dad did when he opened his eyes, I winked at him, and then he looked over at me.
Please welcome the King, Larry King.
I'd do anything for him. I wasn't going to let him go. I was going to do everything I could to pull him through, and that meant being there for him when he needed me. Early in the morning, late at night, I was there with him.
Did you think you were going to die?
Oh, I wanted to die. Not think it. I wanted to.
The tearful plea from his son Chance stopped him from taking his own life.
He started crying. He looked at me and he said, you can't leave. You can't leave me. And that spurred me on. I credit chance with my being here.
Then he goes and has a little lip movement too.
In that moment, Larry experienced the true power of love.
He has loved me unconditionally my entire life. To have that in your life is a tremendous blessing.
His love for us keeps him going.
And as Larry fought to live for his family, he finally saw his father in a different light.
If he were here now, I would apologize for blaming him for dying.
Today, Larry finds joy in having a balanced career and family life.
Oh yeah, fatherhood is quite a responsibility. At the same time, it's an enormous thrill. I'm a passionate father. They've seen me in bad moments and good moments. What really keeps me going is my insatiable curiosity. I am wondering about everything. I'm a why person. Why'd you do this? Why is that? I'm constantly curious about things around me.
Larry discovered that the ultimate why in his life is fatherhood, and that our greatest legacy is what our children do in the world.
Life doesn't come easy. I want them to take from me facing life, dealing with the ups and downs.
His experiences in the past year or two have taught me to be more sensitive to others.
You do anything for the people you love.
The best thing I've ever done is father.
Anything you do in life, the rewards are in your children.